There's always been something so entrancing about the idea of superpowered beings, especially when they are inherently linked to the world around them. One need only look at Namor, the original anti-hero who drew his powers from the seas, or the most powerful mutant Onslaught, whose power levels were directly tied to the amount of psychic energy in the minds of mutants on Earth. But perhaps no one has ever taken this concept to greater extremes than Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man. Welcome back, Nerd Squad. Today we're counting down the top 10 most powerful things Wonder Man can do, and you won't believe number 7. I mean, it is pretty hard to believe. Make sure you watch until then. So let's get into it. Number 10. The Anatomy of a God. When Simon first came into conflict with Hercules, he was soundly defeated. As a result, Simon went to Hades and made a deal to become a god in exchange for his soul. This would make him functionally immortal and greatly increase his strength, speed, and durability. While normally such a transaction would take place after death, Hades allowed Simon to maintain his life force while becoming a god. However, this did leave a massive neon bull's eye on his head that read, "Hey, come punch me in the gut so hard that all of reality," which begs the question, why didn't Hercules just do that in the first place? Number 9. Iron Man's most powerful armor. Following the events of Secret Wars, Wonder Man was hired by Tony Stark to test out his new Iron Man armor. Of course, given Wonder Man's super strength, he wrecked the suit pretty as. In response, Tony brought out an upgraded version which could withstand Wonder Man's attacks much more easily. This would be the Mark 42, aka the most powerful Iron Man armor yet. Given how strong Wonder Man is, that is really saying something. The Mark 42 was able to hold up against Wonder Man's incredible strength, proving itself to be an upgrade over the previous models. Wonder Man himself admitted defeat, stating that it would take the strength of 1,000 men to destroy this suit. No. Fighting Thor. If there's one thing that comic book fans love, it's seeing two ridiculously overpowered characters go toe-to-toe. And that's exactly what happens when Wonder Man goes up against the god of thunder, Thor. During their first encounter, both characters were fighting on behalf of different teams, and they quickly became the center of attention. After knocking each other out cold, Thor and Wonder Man developed a begrudging respect for each other. They would fight again in the pages of Avengers, but not before bonding over a nice hearty meal. Hey, sometimes even gods and immortal superhumans need to refuel. Number 7. A human battery. In Avengers number 266, Wonder Man finds himself in a battle against the Avengers themselves. He is eventually drained of all his godly powers by the combined efforts of the team, leaving him completely mortal. This leaves Wonder Man feeling weak, scared, and confused, but in the end, he is able to tap into a previously unknown reserve of strength and single-handedly defeats the Avengers. Not only that, but he gains the ability to absorb the kinetic energy from those around him, making him effectively a human battery. This meant that the longer he fought, the stronger he became. Luckily for everyone involved, the fight was interrupted by the arrival of the Vision, who convinced Wonder Man to stop. Number 6. Hero or villain. In the pages of All Hail Jones, Wonder Man makes a guest appearance, albeit one with a very big twist. Here, Wonder Man isn't the heroic figure we know and love, but instead is a sadistic and incredibly cruel villain. This version of Wonder Man is far more intelligent than his mainstream counterpart, and uses this intelligence to great effect. He manipulates people into doing his bidding, murders anyone who gets in his way, and even frames Deadpool for a crime he didn't commit. Thankfully, this version of Wonder Man is eventually deified and therefore removed from continuity. Phew, now we do and have to worry about that messed up, alternate version of Wonder Man getting into our reality. Do we? That would be bad. No. 5. Adaptoid was originally created as an android double of Wonder Man, but thanks to some meddling from MOD, he gained the ability to absorb and copy the powers of anyone he fights. This effectively turned him into the Marvel version of a shapeshifter, meaning that he could take on any opponent in the Marvel Universe and come out victorious. Eventually, Wonder Man would use his powers to undo the damage the Adaptoid had done to the world and save New York City from destruction. But that wouldn't be the last time these two would face off. Number 4. The return of Adaptoid would eventually return, but this time under the employ of Norman Osborn and HAM. Once again, Adaptoid would wreak havoc across the world, defeating many heroes in the process. This time around, he was taking on Wonder Man as well as Spider-Man and Luke Cage. though at first it seemed like all was lost. Wonder Man managed to convince Adaptoid to stop by reminding him of the heroic deeds he had accomplished in the past. It was a risky move, but it paid off, and Wonder Man saved the day once again. However, it would only be a matter of time before Adaptoid returned. Again, third time's the charm. Right, no. 3. World Eater. For those unaware, World Eater is the name given to the incredibly powerful being that exists inside of Wonder Man's ionic energy field. World Eater is a creature made of pure ionic energy, which gives it an incredible amount of power. Whenever Wonder Man loses control of his powers, World Eater threatens to consume everything around him. Wonder Man has managed to keep World Eater at bay for the most part, but it is an ever-present danger. Even worse, World Eater seems to be growing stronger with time. If Wonder Man should ever fall in battle, it's likely that World Eater will break free and cause massive damage. Number 2. Invulnerability. Wonder Man's invulnerability is pretty well known throughout the Marvel Universe, so much so that he was actually shot in the head by Crossfire, an enemy of the Avengers, only to shrug it off without a second thought. While his skin might not be impervious to all forms of damage, it certainly seems close. Another example of this is when Wonder Man was shot multiple times by the mercenary Black Fox, only to shake it off and deliver an old-fashioned beat. Black Fox would later claim that he shot Wonder Man 8 times, 4 in the chest and 4 in the leg. The bullets simply bounced off him. While there might be ways to harm Wonder Man, it's clear that his invulnerability is top of the charts. No. 1. Superhuman strength. Wonder Man's superhuman strength is what initially caught the attention of the Avengers when he first appeared, and it's definitely what he's most well known for. In fact, it was his incredible strength that led to the creation of Wonder Man in the first place. See, Simon Williams was trying to impress some friends by testing out an experimental ionic-powered suit. Unfortunately, the suit malfunctioned and bathed Simon in powerful ionic energy. This gave Simon incredible powers and transformed him into the being known as Wonder Man. Just how strong is Wonder Man, you ask? Well, he's actually been shown to be capable of lifting over 100 tons. That's enough to level small mountains with ease. Wonder Man has also shown the ability to destroy entire planets with his bare hands. So yeah, he's pretty dang strong. Who else loves Wonder Man? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, you stay nerdy YouTube. Watch this next video to learn more about Wonder Man's greatest enemy, Baron Zemo, or click this other link to watch another one of our videos.